Well, my day-to-day before coming to Grace, it was basically getting up in the morning, taking a drink, getting my daughter ready for school. After taking her to school, going to work, probably at a lunch break, get a drink, come home from work, pick up my daughter and have a drink, and just basically be in the house, tending to my daughter and drinking. It was Mother's Day, and I just felt like I wanted to spend time with my family. I was drinking. I had a fifth in the car as I was drinking with my daughter. I just remember driving down the freeway and losing control. I don't know how long I was passed out, but when I woke up, first thing I did was look in the back seat and make sure my daughter was okay. She was fine, and the police was pulling me out the car. So therefore, I went to the hospital. They took my daughter at the hospital. CPS got involved, and they removed loyalty from my custody that night. And I knew right there at that point they was taking her, and I didn't know if I was ever was going to get her back. So that's when it came to a realization that this alcohol is really taking a hold of me. It's not something that I can control. But at that point in time, I knew I couldn't do it on my own. So all I could do was ask God to help me. I needed more to find myself again and find the Lord for me to complete this rehabilitation and rebuilding and restoring myself to be a proper mother for Loyalty. I came here by myself because I knew this is where I wanted to be. And I felt like God was like, this is the time for you to listen. This is the time that you finna learn about yourself to continue to heal. I grew up in the church. I grew up Baptist. I always knew about God. I always believed in God and the miracles that He has. I think it was when I hit my teenage years, I backtracked. It was no more of thinking about God because I was so much in my addiction. It's like God didn't exist to me. So as I got here, this is a faith-based program. I had more time just to focus on Him, to read my Bible, to learn and understand the things that He wanted me to do. So I just say about spending time with here in some of those classes and programs, it helped me get closer to God than I ever was and learn to lean on God at all times. Well, the journey, as I was saying, I was going through the process of the court of getting my daughter back. So we started with supervised visit, unsupervised visit, and then December the 9th, my mother passed away. She passed away that night, and my daughter was in the house with her by herself. So, of course, I get a phone call. I go straight home and figure out what was going on. So they removed my daughter from our custody that night and put her with foster parents. So the court agreed that me and her father was doing everything we were supposed to, and they felt like it was time for Loyalty to come here. It felt like a breath of fresh air, like the promise that God gave me, He delivered it because I did my process like I was supposed to. And my main focus was that I couldn't let Loyalty go again. I had to get this right. With God guiding me and protecting me, I don't see no harm coming to me. And even anything He throws at me, I know as long as He's there holding my hand and guiding me, I will have the strength and wisdom to make it through it.